What's up guys, welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be making your weird plane creations. So a few days ago, depending on when I post this video, I made a community post asking for your weird plane creations. And I got a couple of suggestions. So I'm just going to hop in and start working on the first one. Alright, so the first suggestion comes from definitely not a Stargoober, asking for a sunfish style plane that is basically just a vertical stabilizer. So I guess to start shaping it out, I just need a vertical stabilizer shape. Alright, so here's the frame that I came up with. It's kind of an old style vertical stabilizer, but it should work. I might want to change the shape a little bit because this is a lot of downforce and it's going to make it really hard to fly. But it's fine for now, I guess. But now I gotta actually make it fly. Alright, so I finished the vertical stabilizer. I have a ton of thrusters in there. I have gyro, steering, and pitch, because I don't think wings were gonna work, to be honest. But I'm just gonna see if it flies. As I expected, all the downforce on the front is making it really hard to fly. And I don't have a tail, so this is gonna be even harder to fly. But it seems to be working for the most part here. I think I'm going to put a small tail in the back of it. Alright, so that's a little bit of horizontal drag for it to hopefully work. It seems like it's working alright. I might want a little bit more gyro force, but it seems to be fine. I think I'm going to turn up the gyros real quick and I'm going to see how fast this thing goes. Okay. 500 kilometers per hour, 600, 700, no, come on. Okay, about 660, I think. It does pitch down a lot. I could probably put an OR gate, but for now, this thing is done, I'd say, and it looks pretty cool. It would look even cooler if it detached from a plane. It could be like a small fighter jet thingy. Let me know if you want me to make a plane around this. Alright, so the next one comes from Nub Sauce TV, and they were asking for a dog with vector flight by its tail. Now, I'm excited to see how this one turns out, because I've never made a dog before in Trailmakers. So, it's probably not going to end up well, but I'll try and come up with something. I present to you the flying dog. Now, it might not look much like a dog, but it's definitely something. I have some thrusters in the tail here. It's a very long tail, but I'm just going to try and take off from here. Smooth, smooth. Oh, come on. Okay, I don't know if we have enough thrust. No, we definitely do not have enough thrust. I'm gonna add some boosters to the dog. I mean, hopefully this works. Come on. Wait, we're kind of staying in the air. I don't have any gyros besides that one gyro in the middle. It's honestly not that... Well, it's kind of bad at steering and stuff. But it's not that bad. Okay, we're gonna try and come in for a landing here. Let's hopefully not crash. Okay. Landing gear down. Oh. Well, we're fine. But I guess this one's done. So let's move on to the next one, shall we? Alright, so the next one comes from Kaison. And they are asking for a dog where its tail is like a helicopter. Now, I've already built a dog. So I'm wondering if I can just turn this tail to something like a helicopter. Now, this probably isn't going to be great, but I'll see what I can come up with. Alright, so I've somehow come up with a dog that can fly like a plane and become a VTOL. It's not a very good VTOL, but it does something, I guess. But we try to go up, and we go up slightly. As you can see, I did have to add a bunch of thrusters because the helicopter blades were just not enough. But it is a pretty cool effect that it makes. This little spiral disc under it. But now I'm going to try and transition into plane mode. And as you can see, we fly out of the sky very fast. This thing is actually very heavy. I do not know if I could make it lighter. The turning still sucks on this thing. But it works. It can fly. But I guess it's time to move on to the next one. Hopefully it's nothing as crazy as this. Whatever this was. This is a crazy idea. Alright, so the next one comes from Boom Trailmakers. That is asking for a plane that flies backward. Well, I guess it is time to actually make a plane. So I'm just going to make something very bare bones and simple really quickly. Alright, like I said, this is a very bare bones jet, just to make it really quick, but now I actually gotta make it fly backwards. I don't have any thrust in it at the moment, but I was saving all this space in the middle here for a bunch of thrusters that are seemingly the wrong way. So instead of like this, now this is bad, flip them that way. So I've put a couple of gyros inside of it. I can steer it here, and I can pitch up and down. And now I'm just gonna try flying it. I don't know if there's enough power. This is... Oh wait, just realized all the weighting and stuff is going to be off balance. Alright, I think I'm just going to flip these. It might look a little suspicious, but it should be fine. I don't think most people will notice the backwards flaps, but whatever. I guess I'm just gonna block these off, and I want to see how this feels here. I need to disable the exhaust from those. Otherwise, this is gonna look very weird. But it seems to be flying okay. But all my vertical drag is back here. So I think what I'm gonna try and do is make like fake ones instead. Alright, so I made pretty good fake vertical stabilizers. And I have the real ones up here in the front. Or the back. Or something like that. I don't know. But I'm just going to try. See if it's good at flying here. It seems fine. It doesn't seem bad, to be honest. It really does not seem bad. I might want to put the flaps and those wings a little bit farther back. But it should be fine, honestly. And I think I'm done with this. Alright, we're just going to switch these around. And there we go. Hopefully that flies better. Honestly, this thing's really just weird to fly. Wait, I want to try taking off in first person. Alright, it's time to take off here. We're going to lift off in that direction. Oh, never mind. I guess not. I guess I just gotta look over my head for firing or whatever. Oh! It's very hard to see behind the seat. But I actually have another suggestion that will make this plane even better. This one comes from Fart Residue. Crazy name. And they want me to make a plane with engines that are non-symmetrical, so I spin around like a helicopter. Alright, so I have an idea for this. I think I'm gonna put 2 engines like this, I think. That could look pretty cool. And then I can make them face backwards when I press space. Then when I press a button, makes one stay the same. Alright, so I got the engines on a servo. So they spin around and face the opposite direction. And it's honestly pretty funny just to see them push me backwards. And it flies fine somehow. This is honestly a crazy plane. Alright, now I got to make one spin. So it spins me around in a circle. Alright, so I got the helicopter mode all done and working. So it works as normal, or as close to normal as you think this is. But it seems to work alright. But then I can transition into helicopter mode. And I kind of just hover, which is pretty cool. Alright, so that was 5 of your weird plane suggestions. If you want me to do more like this, make sure to like and subscribe. If you have more ideas for planes that I can do in the future, make sure to let me know in the comments below. But anyway, bye-bye!